Hello, this is Diamond Coach Amy Schindler, and I wanted to welcome you to the Journey to Health Push for Diamond group. I'm very excited about this group starting up tomorrow, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about what you can expect from this group and what I expect from you for the group. I do expect you to check into this group every single day. We are going to be taking these tasks at varying speeds. So sometimes the task is going to be due immediately, and sometimes you're going to have a couple of days on it. But there will be due dates, and it's really important that you complete the task by the due date. I don't want to get to a point where one of you is a week behind the other. I really want to work together. I'm excited that you guys are going to work together as success partners. I think that doing this group together and then moving on and becoming success partners from there is only going to benefit you greatly. I love my success partner. She has become a dear friend, and we just, we do so much together when it comes to business building, and we rely on each other's opinion, and what I don't think of she thinks of, so it's just, two heads are better than one. We still both entirely run our business on our own, and you will do the same as well, and you still ultimately get to make your own decisions how you want to do things. But it is really nice to have somebody that you can run those ideas past and have them be like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea, or have them be like, what about this? Or, sometimes she just makes little suggestions, and I'm like, yeah, that would make it better. That it was missing something. Thank you. So I really am excited about you guys working together as success partners. I think that you will find yourself just moving along a little bit faster because of it. So the goal of this group obviously is to get you both to Diamond. The date that we've put on that is May 1st. There is going to be some friendly competition in that, and I'm putting that together as we speak, but there will be a little something for the first person to hit Diamond. And really, my goals for this group are that you can walk away from it with like a clear picture. This is what I want for my business. This is where I want my business to go. I want you to walk away from this group with a clear brand of who you are and who you want to help. We get wrapped up in this whole help everybody, but when you zero in on who you're trying to help and you find people that you can relate to, that's when things kind of go to the next level and things get kind of special. Because ultimately you want to truly care about your challengers. And when you find people that are similar to you, it just is so much easier to relate to them, and they relate to you better too. So all the way around, it's a better experience. Another thing that I really want you to get out of this group is a very concrete, this is what I do every single day. And what I mean by that is, if you have a job at a fast food place, there is a manual for every position within the fast food place. And there's you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. And you don't ever vary from it. There's no imagination. You make the fries the exact same way every single time because they consistently need the same kind of fries put out. This is your business. You are a CEO. You are a business owner. You get to call the shots. We are going to work together on putting together a list that's going to take you approximately an hour and a half a day. And during that list, you will have completed all of the essential business activities that are needed to be done every single day in order to move your business forward. After that hour and a half is up, though, your time is entirely up to you. Do you have another half hour to give? Do you have another hour to give? Do you have another 2 hours to give? That's completely up to you. I'm not asking any more of your time than an hour and a half of daily activity. But that time after that hour and a half, that's your time to get creative. That's your time to build a blog, build a YouTube channel, build up Instagram, build up Pinterest. Like, there's host, fit clubs, have shake and shares. There's a million and one things you can be doing to build up your business that can fall into that other time. However, there are just some key activities that kind of get like people start getting all these big ideas and they're like, well, what if I do this and what if I do that? And then as they're doing those things, they get away from those core activities. And those core activities are going to revolve around the 3 vital behaviors. The 3 vital behaviors are not just something that they pulled out of thin air and said, oh, this sounds good. These are tried and tested and just, this is the backbone of your business. If you don't do one of these 3 things, your business will not grow at a rate that will produce income for you. I know that you both have different income goals. I have different income goals. That's a personal thing. And it really doesn't matter what that goal is in the scope of it takes doing small things consistently daily to get to that goal. So whether your goal is huge and you want to be in the $1 million club, or whether your goal is small and you just want it to not cost you anything to be a Beachbody coach, either way, you're going to have to do these activities and you're going to have to do them every single day. Now, when I say every single day, what do I really mean by that? I'm going to tell you this and then I'm being a total hypocrite. I traditionally don't work on Sundays. I try to make that a family day. However, I did some family things yesterday. I did go to church this morning, and now this afternoon, I am doing some work. So again, though, it's my business. Like, that's what I decided to do. I took the time off to do personal stuff yesterday, so now I'm working today, and I'm okay with that because that's what I decided. I'm not going to tell you that you have to work 7 days a week. When I say every day, yes, you need to check in on your challengers every single day. What does that mean? Well, that means maybe you get up a half an hour earlier than everybody else and you quick get it done. And that way you can have Sunday off with your family. So that's more what I'm trying to say there. As far as the actual activities of, building your network and things that we're going to be getting into, those would not be things that maybe you would do on a Sunday morning, or, maybe Sunday's not your day. It's just personally for me a day where we go to church, and then it typically revolves around family to some extent. Anyhow, getting back on track, my point is you're going to have daily activities. If you have an unexpected day in the middle of the week that you want to go on a field trip, hey, guess what? Go on that field trip. But plan around making sure you still get those activities done that day. If you have to get up early, if you have to stay up late, whatever. If you are serious about building a business, you have to be serious about your activities. If you have a job and you go and you clock in, let's say your job is Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to clock in by 8 o'clock. You're supposed to clock out at 5 o'clock. No overtime, etc. If you just decided not to come in on Tuesday, guess what? You would probably be fired. If you weren't fired, you would be highly reprimanded, and it wouldn't happen a second time without being fired. If you are given a list of tasks and told this is your job responsibility and you're not doing it, again, you will be written up or fired or something of that nature. Well, you don't have a boss anymore. You're the boss. If you want to see your business grow, you'll do the activities, because if you don't do the activities, nobody's going to fire you, but nobody's going to be joining your challenge groups either. Nobody's going to be joining your team. So we are going to work on becoming consistently efficient. We're going to work on becoming successful coaches that aren't wrapped up in their computer all day, every single day. Those are my goals for you guys. Questions that you have, there's going to be a chain of command on that. I am not going to just randomly be answering questions anymore, and it's not because I don't like you or that I don't want to answer your questions, but my goal is to build you into leaders. If you're going to be a diamond, you're going to have a team, and you're going to need to lead your team. So I'm going to give you a list of places in order that you should go to find answers to your questions. I want you to go from top to bottom through that list and try to find your own answers. If you get all the way to the bottom of that list and you haven't found an answer yet, then you need to put it in the group. By all means, I want you to have your answers. But I want you to start learning where to find this information. A lot of times when you ask questions, I have to go look it up. I don't know everything about Beachbody. I certainly have done my best to know as much as possible. But there's, oh my gracious, there's tons to know, and it's easy to forget, and it's easy to think I know, but if I would feel terrible if I told you something and it wasn't accurate. So a lot of times I end up having to go look it up. So the next thing is, as we're going through this group, I want you to kind of have two sections of notes. I want you to have your section of notes of how, what you're doing and how you're growing and anything that you need to remember. But I also want you to have a second section of notes where you're kind of keeping track of what we're doing and what you like, what you don't like, what you would do differently, what you want to do exactly the same. Because when you are a diamond and you have people under you that are looking to build a business, you're gonna need to be able to do this too. As your coach, I have told you guys you're always welcome to put people in my challenge groups. That's fitness challenge groups, coaching challenge groups, you name it. So yes, your people will always be welcome to come in and train under me. But there's going to come a point where you should want to be the leader and you should want to lead your own team. It's kind of like raising kids, I'm kind of a lot sad that my son is going to be leaving soon. But that was my job, was to make him a responsible adult to want to go out on his own. And it's the same thing with my team. So as I build you guys into leaders through this group, I want you to make sure that you're taking notes and that you are ready to do the same for your own teams. So when we get started, there's going to be some repeat. I've talked to both of you about this. We're going to fly through those beginning videos. There is some good information in there that I'm sure we all have missed at one point or another. There's some good information that maybe we didn't understand it when we watched it the first time, and now that we're further along in our business, it will make complete sense to us. I will be doing all of these activities with you guys, even though I've already hit the diamond mark. I want to repeat the activities. I want the refresher, and I want to also work at working more efficiently. I would like to get my hours down a little bit and get more out of my hours that I'm putting in. So that are the, kind of the summary of everything that we're going to be trying to do in this group, and I am really super excited. So I hope you guys are ready to go tomorrow.